Students, sorry for the interruptions. In the previous video, I was talking about the function of the stem and leaves. Again, here I'm going to talk about the function of the leaves. So, leaves is a very, very important part of the plant. It's not only important for the plant, it's also very, very important for the entire living world. Why it is so important, why I'm giving so emphasis on this leaf? Because leaf contain a magic material. That magic material is none other than the chlorophyll. So question come to mind, what is chlorophyll? Students, chlorophyll means, first things, you must have seen a- all the leaves look like green. The leaves look like green only because of this chlorophyll pigment present in that leaf. Then what does this chlorophyll do? This chlorophyll has a special ability to trap solar energy. To trap solar energy. So to collect energy from sunlight. So this chlorophyll pigment absorb or trap the solar energy, and by help of water and carbon dioxide prepare food, glucose, to for the plant as well as for other living beings. That's why the chlorophyll is very, very important, and scientists call it as a magic material. Students, the next part of the part is flower. So flower, you know, it's very attractive. Everybody likes flower, starting from god to human being, honeybee, everybody likes the flower. So the flower, it has one aesthetic value that uh, when people look at the flower, they feel relaxed. Also, they offer the flower to god to worship. But what is the importance of a flower for the plant? So flower, it grow into fruits, and that fruits we are eating. And second thing, that fruit also contain seeds, and that seeds develop into a new plant. So these are the general function of different parts of the plant which you have learned in class 2. I have just recapitulated. Then let us go to next slides. What are the I have already discussed about the chlorophyll. It's the green substance present in the leaves. It helps to prepare food for the plants in the presence of the sunlight using carbon dioxide and water, and that process is called photosynthesis. uh, the photosynthesis is the process by which we are getting the uh, food. Next, our main objective is to classify the plants. So, what does mean the classifications? It means the plants are classified uh, depending upon their shape and size. I think you agree with me. So, in the beginning, I have told there are varieties of plants. Some are very big, some are very small, some are medium size, some creep on ground, some climb with the help of other plants. Depending upon the shape and size of the plant, the plants are classified as herbs, shrub, tree, climber, creeper. So, student, you can repeat with me. The plants are classified as herb, shrub, tree, climber, and creeper. So, these are the main five categories of plants. Students, in higher classes, you learn in a different way, but at this stage, the plants are classified as herb, shrub, tree, climber, and creepers, depending upon their shape and size. So, let us discuss in detail. So, you must have seen on your screen, you can find some some plants which looks very big. In a real life, you must have seen the first one is the people plant. Okay, the second one is the banyan plant. The third one is the category coconut tree. So, students, these these are examples of a tree. These are the example of a tree. They are very big. So, uh, in last class, I have shown you video about the great banyan tree. So, one tree itself looks like a forest. So, you can see here, students, uh, this one, it looks like a forest, but it's not a forest. It is a forest, but it is only one tree. And here you can see the people who are walking inside inside the forest, but actually it's not a forest. They are walking under the great banyan tree of Kolkata. So you will surprised to know this tree has placed its name in Guinness World Record. Okay, so it is placed in the Guinness Book of World Record. It is the oldest and oldest tree, like banyan tree. It is 250 years old, and it has 3734 crop roots that we will discuss later, or in the video link you can see it in more, or if you time permits after the lockdown you visit Kolkata and see the vastness of the great banyan tree. So as we are talking, so students, you can type this link in your YouTube to see about the great banyan tree. I am not discussing here. So now come to the next point. What are the characteristic features of a tree? So generally, the tree are very weak. As I told, like the great banyan tree. So all plants, all tree are not like great banyan tree. They are great banyan tree is exceptions, but they're very weak. So the stem is woody, strong, and the woody stem is called the trunk. So uh, even if you can swing on the trunk of the tree. Second thing, the uh, many branches arises from its trunk, which bear fruits, flower, leaves, buds, and many other things. The next character is the roots of these plants are very deep. It's very difficult to uproot it. Even you can even in some cases, even if the cyclone cannot uproot these plants, they're very strong. They go very deep and they fix the plant firmly on the ground so that they will be not uprooted. And if you compare other plants, their root is not so deep, they're superficial, they just grow on the top of the soil. And third thing, next characteristic, the plants lives for many year. Depending upon the lifespan of the plants are classified as seasonal. Those plants which live for 1 or 2 seasons, then annual, seasonal, annual, biennial, perennial. So, students, from the name it indicates that, from the name it's clear that annual means it lives for 1 year, like your annual exam once in a year. So, those plants live maximum for 1 year, they are called the annual. Those plants which lives for 1 or 2 seasons, they are called seasonal plants. And those plants live exact within 2 years, they die within 2 years, they are called biannual. Bi means two, annual it comes from year. And perennial, the plants which lives more than 2 year, they are called perennial. So most of the tree they lives for many year, and they are called perennials. The other example of a tree are banyan tree, mango tree, and neem tree. You have seen, and students, near your house, visit the lawn and identify varieties of a tree. So let me repeat, the trees are very weak plants. Their stem is woody strong and which is called the trunk. Many branches rise from its trunk which bear fruits, flower, leaves, etc. Roots of these plants are very deep and lives for many years. So plants are called the perennial. And the example of the plants are the banyan, mango, neem, sal, teak, people, jamun, okay, like jackfruits. There are many examples of tree. So you can see here on your screen the mango tree. Now it is the season of a mango. Then you must have seen jackfruit. It is the largest fruit of the world. And this is a teakwood. Teakwood in Odia it's called piasala. Very strong and good for furniture. So these are few examples of tree. So let's move to the shrubs. So on your screen, students, you can find the first one, China rose. China rose. China rose in Odia it's called Mandara Fulo. So China rose and second one is the cotton. These are the two examples and many are there, but here I am citing only two: China rose, cotton, bougainvillea. These are the plant which are example of shrubs. So let's discuss what are the characteristics of shrubs. So students, for your convenience, you remember shrubs are neither very small nor very big. Neither very small nor very big. They are the medium size plant. Shrubs are the medium size plant. So the stem of these plants are woody but not as strong as tree. So I have talked in the characteristic of a tree. The tree stem is woody but very strong. You can climb, you can swing on the stem of the tree, but in case of shrub, you cannot climb. Okay, they are not very strong as the tree is itself medium size. Okay, it is woody but not very strong. Then the plants have small stems which bear many branches. They rise from the ground, so it looks like a bush. And these plants lives for few years. So as I told, annual lives for 1 year, seasonal lives for 1 or 2 seasons, perennial lives for many year, but they live few year. Few year means they will consider as perennial, but not lives like a the great banyan tree 250 years old. So they live for few years. Some shrubs lives for 3 year, 4 year, 5 year, like this. So here are the examples of the shrubs. Very common: rose, China rose. Student remember rose and China rose, cotton plants, mehendi plants, bougainvillea. Bougainvillea. These are the examples of. These are the examples of uh, shrubs. Rose, cotton plants, China rose, mehendi, bougainvillea, and you can take some more example from your surroundings. These are the example of shrubs. Okay, so next the example of herbs. The smallest plants are called the smaller plants are called the hops. Here are the example of a different kind of a herb. Students, in our day-to-day life, we are very much acquainted with the coriander. Okay, mint, basil means tulsi. These are examples and locally found. These three you must have seen: coriander, mint, basil. You may call it also tulsi. So these other are herb, example of a herb, but they are not locally found. So these are the three example of herbs. Herb means they're very small plant. Some herbs are annual, some are seasonal. So what are the characteristics of herbs? These plants are these herbs are herbs are very small in size. Okay, the stems are thin, remember, thin and green in color, but which are not very strong, they are very soft. Okay, so I have already mentioned the herbs are seasonal plants. Seasonal means they live 1 or 2 seasons. Some plants are there, they grow in winter season, and when there will be summer season they will die. Or some plants are there, they grow in summer season, when rainy season will start they will die. They are called seasonal. Some plants are seasonal. You must have heard about seasonal vegetables, seasonal fruits. Students, in all the seasons, all fruits or vegetables are not available, but nowadays it is available due to cold storage. It does not means that all fruits, all vegetables grow in in all seasons. For proper growth and development, there are particular seasons. So the examples of herbs are tomato, mint, lady's finger, chili, wheat, rice, sunflower. These are the some examples of the herbs, and these are the characteristics of the herbs. You can see all the points again here. I'm reading the characteristics. These plants are very small in size. Its stems are thin and green in color, which are very soft. They are seasonal plants. They live only a few months and produce their fruits, flower, and seeds during that time only. And the examples are tomato, mint, ladyfinger, chili, wheat, rice, sunflower. Okay, students, in this video, we will discuss this much only, and in the next class, we will talk about we will talk about uh,